Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My family is still in Moscow. This is our last day before the trip. We're gonna have a night flight tonight. We're gonna fly tonight. And in this connection today, I just wanted to show you a little bit, like to give you a little explanation of what is needed, like what's necessary to go to Cyprus nowadays. And just a few things and give you a recipe of very tasty Russian stuff. So first of all, I want to say that yes, everything is already prepared. Yesterday we've checked all our documents. We've got our pro visas made. We got our e-tickets, the insurance that was necessary. What else? We even fixed the places in the plane, like the seats in the plane that we're going to occupy, like chose the one that we like. And we applied yesterday for a special Cyprus flight pass. Now this is something new, something connected with Corona. You have to fill in your information on your vaccines, on COVID tests, your contact information, the details about your trip. And then you're sent this form for approval and you get your your Cyprus flight pass. I'm going to show you how it looks like. It's a clearance to fly. It looks like this. It has a QR code and all your information. It has a few pages, and you should carry it with you everywhere you go. Like it's necessary to enter, like to board the plane. Then you have to show it in the airport. Then you have to show it in your hotel, and you should take it with you to some sightseeing places, to shops, to cafes and restaurants, like to all public places. You should carry this with you, because if you don't have it and you're asked to show it by special authorities, you will be fined. I think the amount of the fine is something like 300 euros. Which is a pretty substantial amount, so you should definitely carry it with you everywhere you go. So that's what we had to do. Everything's already prepared, everything's typed, photoed, so we have those QR codes in the phone and with us on the paper. There's one thing that I found out also connected with Corona, is that our flight is going to be approximately 4 hours. And if your flight is less than 5 hours, you're not going to have any meals during the flight. I guess it's connected with Corona, because previously we didn't have such restrictions. So in this connection today, I want to cook something that I will be able to take for my kids and for my family to eat during our trip. I decided not to prepare sandwiches, prepare something better, something that we like more. I'm going to make Russian PIROJKI. PIROJKI is something like stuffed buns. Well, it's not something like, it's actually stuffed buns in a Russian style. We have different types, different feelings. Like the traditional ones are PIROJKI with meat, PIROJKI with fried cabbage and boiled egg, like those two go together, cabbage and egg. Then we can have a fried cabbage with fried onion, or we can have mashed potatoes with green onion, or we can have mashed potatoes and mushrooms. And of course we have sweet stuff like apple PIROJKI with apples. So today I'm going to cook two types. I'm going to cook the ones with meat and with apples, because those two types are loved by all members of my family. So let me show you how I usually bake PIROJKI. I think it's going to be interesting. You can try making one like those at home in your place. This is actually nothing difficult about this. So, oh, by the way, if you wonder where my dog is, because we're definitely not going to take our dog with us, my dog is already on my parents' dacha. Yesterday, my nephew was passing through us, so he stopped at our place and took our dog with him. So my dog has already started his vacation a day earlier than we have. because he actually loves being on dacha. He loves it. When he sees a car door open, he has an association that he's going on dacha, that he's going to dacha. So he was very excited yesterday. He just jumped into the car, already eager to go to dacha. Because, you know, when he stays in Moscow, he can only get his walk in the morning and in the evening. We're not able to take him for more walks outside, but when he's on dacha, he can spend as much time outside as he likes. Let's start our dough with yeast activation. I've put in 200 milligrams of milk. It's slightly warm. Now I'm gonna put in approximately 10 grams of yeast, instant yeast, and I will also add 3 tablespoons of sugar. You can put less sugar if you like. Let's mix it up a little bit and leave it until foam forms on the surface for about 5-7 minutes. So our yeast has activated pretty well. There's like a lot of foam on top. Now I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients. I will add 2 eggs, room temperature, 60 milligrams of butter. I have melted it to make it easier to mix in, some flour, and also a little bit of oil, of vegetable oil, and of course some salt. Well, let's start mixing everything in. Now I don't know how much flour I put in. Approximately half a kilo, like 500 grams. So I guess that's enough. Now we're gonna put it back into our bowl, and I'm going to put a little bit of vegetable oil on top, you know, just to prevent it from drying. And to become more elastic. Now we need to cover it with a piece of cloth and put it somewhere in a warm place. So let's start preparing our meat filling. For that, I have cut 1 onion like this, and I'm gonna fry it on a frying pan. And the other onion I am going to add into the meat while I'm mincing it. So we need to fry our onion until it's golden brown like this. Now we're gonna put it away. And we're gonna fry our minced meat here. So our minced meat is already fried. Let's put it together with our onion that we have fried separately. Okay, so our meat filling is ready. We just simply have to wait until it cools down because we cannot put it hot into the dough. Let's prepare our apple filling. So I'm using green apples that are pretty firm and that are, you know, they're not sweet, they're sour sweet, like more sour. So let's peel our apples and cut them into squares. I've cut apples in little squares like that, around this size. I need to fry this now on a frying pan with some sugar and some butter. So guys, we're not gonna fry our apples for too long because we don't need apple puree. We need to have squares. Yeah, square pieces. So we are waiting until our apples become a little bit transparent. I don't know how to explain this better. And I'm going to add a little bit of potato starch into this to take in the liquid. So let's leave our apples to cool down and let's check out our dough. Wow, that's like a lot. Okay, I'm gonna take it out and form little balls out of it. You can make them smaller, you can make them bigger, it doesn't really matter. And now I'm gonna cover them with something so that they wouldn't dry out, and I'm gonna form my buns. Actually, if you make it oval, it's gonna be easier for you to close it up. I simply put the apples inside and then I close it like this. That's the way I'm making them. Fell out. And when you're putting it down, you should put it like this side up. So what we need to do now is we need to take 1 egg yolk and a little bit of milk, just like that. We need to mix it together and we're going to apply this on top of our pirojki, just to make them look nicer. Now we can put this into the oven to bake. Our pirojki are ready. Let's look at them. Let's take them out first. Ugh. Heavy. Now that's how my pirojki should look when they are baked. They are a little bit brown at the top. My pirojki are ready. These ones are with meat. These with apple. Bigger ones are with apple. So I've actually made a lot. Yes. Okay, let's see how they look inside. Ta-da! They look like this. They're pretty fluffy, mildly sweet, and very nice. They're very tender. And still hot. Okay, let's have a look at our apple pirojki. As you can see, it got open from one side, but it's okay, nothing leaked out. So let's break this one open. Ta-da! Well, here it is. Actually, a lot of, a lot of feeling, a lot of apples. These are definitely the best from all different types. Because the apples here, they are still a little bit crunchy, just, a little bit crunchy. And still, very sweet at the same time. I guess that's it for today. By the way, I will leave the recipe for my pirojki in the description to the video so that you will be able to make them at home. Here I should say that the dough is actually very easy to work with. It never fails me. This recipe is really super easy and super good. So you can even make it something from this dough without any filling. You just simply make a ball out from the dough and just sprinkle it with some sugar and cinnamon and bake it just the way it is. It would still be tasty. So that's it. I hope I will be able to finish this, making this video before I leave Moscow so that you wouldn't miss me too much while I'm away. And I guess my next video is going to be from Cyprus. Yay! So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you didn't. If you didn't do it before. Love you and bye.